Pisces horoscope for January 2020. Happy New Year, dear friends, and welcome to the first monthly horoscope for the upcoming year and actually the whole new decade. We are starting with some exciting and life-changing events like the solar eclipse in Cancer, Capricorn, and the conjunction between Saturn and Pluto. Pivotal events which can transform our lives. There are also other important things like the conjunction between the Sun, Saturn, and Pluto, a new moon in Aquarius, Venus, which is moving to Pisces and will have a conjunction with Neptune, something which is especially important for you guys. So in the following video, I will walk you through each of the astrology events for January and prepare you for an amazing month. Before that, allow me to share my free gifts for you guys. The first one is the January 2020 calendar, which you can get as a Google integration, something I'm so happy I can offer you, and also a PDF version. You just have to check the links below the video. And the second one is the new program I have created, Eclipses Journey 2020. We start on January the 1st, and you can join us during the first 3 days completely free. This program will allow you to reprogram your subconscious mind during the eclipses corridor and set yourself up for success during 2020. With that being said, let's begin with the first astrology event for the whole year. On the 2nd of January, the transit Mercury will be in exact conjunction with Jupiter in your 11th house. Great position for creating some new contacts with other people, socializing, meeting new ones, or communicating with your old friends and succeeding in something you do together. It could be an important idea which you may learn from others. You can get inspired by the information they share with you, or you can do something that will help you to be more successful. 11th house is also related to your ideals, to your vision about the ideal world or the ideal future. So you really have the time to dream, to visualize, to prepare your mind to materialize your dreamed vision. And you will notice also that during January, many astrology events will trigger your 11th house. And this is definitely going to be the most important house in your life during January, which means focus on your ideals, on your future vision, and community and social projects as well. On the 7th of January, there is also a very positive event. The Sun in 11th house has a sextile with Neptune in your 1st house. Wonderful time that may help you to be more inspired, take more action, have more creativity about the things that you do. And also in communication with people, you can be successful, you can feel others better, something which normally Pisces are good with. You may also have more success in your idealistic projects or something which is very important for you. And on the next day, the 8th of January, there is a very similar situation. This time, Mercury in 11th house is having the sextile with Neptune in 1st house. Also great time for inspiration, for more creativity, new ideas that you may take action on. And for the social project stuff, this is also a very positive position. Harmonizing relationships with other people, having a more constructive dialogue with your community is also something the aspect can bring. And then on the 10th of January, we have to prepare because this is one of the pivotal events of the month and also of the whole year. The lunar eclipse in your 5th and 11th house. Time to transform things, to let go of something which is no longer necessary, and also to change things. With the moon in your 5th house, this can be change related to your own desires, things related to creative projects, or also your kids, your hobbies, the things you love the most. Change something, let go of things that are no longer relevant in your life, that you don't want to have them anymore in your life. Even when it comes to love, this position of the lunar eclipse may help you to see things from a different perspective. And it's also important that Mercury is in exact conjunction with the Sun. So you can really bring more awareness to the situation. You may have some important ideas that may help you to make the needed changes. And the main thing also you need to concentrate on is the balance between the heart and the mind. What do you want deeply in your heart, and what does your mind tell you about it? You have to listen to the both sides as well. And it's very interesting that when we have the lunar eclipse, at the same time also Uranus is turning direct, which makes actually Uranus stationary on this day, and that's a position that can bring unexpected situations, surprises. There is also a chance for possible tension or even, unexpected, unpredictable things. But from the positive side, this aspect may also allow you to make drastic changes in your life and have more freedom. With Uranus in third house, this might be related to your ideas, to certain plans you are doing, or also you have to be more careful if you're traveling, if you're driving a car. Definitely check the aspects that Uranus is having with your natal planets. Then on the 12th of January, we have the next karmic event, which is the conjunction between Saturn and Pluto, and also Mercury at the same time. It's happening in your 11th house. And this is an aspect which requires complete transformation of our own rules, of our own structures, of our habits, and letting go of the old stuff, allowing them to die so that we can free the space for something new to be created. This aspect can bring an incredible motivation and strength and decisiveness, but only in the cases when you are taking a proactive position, like you take full responsibility of your own life, you are ready to do the needed work, to put efforts, and you are ready also to make changes. If you are more in the passive position and you feel like, okay, life is happening to me, I have nothing to do about it, this can feel quite uncomfortable. And this may push you in a situation when, for example, you feel like you are controlled by other people, or there is something challenging, in the communicative area. So I always recommend people to be braver, to be stronger, and to take responsibility of their own lives. The position of Mercury here may bring more awareness, may help you to see things clearly and to use your mind and to reprogram it. It's just an amazing combination. And on the very next day, we kind of have the similar thing activated. This time the Sun will have the conjunction with Saturn and Pluto. And this aspect requires from you to be very confident, very strong, very organized and disciplined. When it comes to your social project or the vision you have, the projects you work on, and of course, how you communicate with other people as well. The other event which happens to be an important one for you is the ingression of Venus in first house. This aspect may really help you to relax a little bit more, to enjoy yourself, your life, to pay more attention to romantic stuff, to love, relationships, meeting new people, feeling more attractive, and especially for women, this would be a great position for some beauty procedures or buying new clothes. Generally, Venus brings positive emotions, circumstances, experiences when it moves to our first house. So this can be a very, very nice period. On the 15th of January, Venus in your first house is having a sextile with Uranus in third house, which is a very exciting aspect, especially for love. If you want to meet a new partner, you may surprisingly be introduced to a very exciting man or a woman in your life, and you may go on a date. It can be very exciting, it can be very provoking intellectually, an interesting connection with another person. And this may also be true for your friendships. You may communicate more with them, have a nice meal together, or go to a party or a gathering, and just enjoy the company that you are sharing the time together. Then on the 16th of January, Mercury is moving to your 12th house, Aquarius. And this is a period when you might be more introverted, a little bit more focused on your mind, your ideas, to reassess the past in some way. And from another perspective, also, you may have more intuitive ideas. You can get inspired for some spiritual practices. This can also be a nice aspect. On the 18th of January, Mercury in 12th house is having a square with Uranus in third house. And you need to be very careful in communication when it comes to your plans. There may also be some surprises. People might be acting kind of weird around you. Or from the positive side, you may have very exciting, very original ideas. It might be a time when the nervous system may also be very sensitive. And I recommend you to be careful when it comes to plans for traveling, if you're driving a car as well, and with documents. There could be something unexpected, surprising when it comes to documents, plans for trips, and overall communication with people. On the 20th of January, the Sun is also ingressing your 12th house and will stay there for 1 month. This is a great time for reflection. Looking back at the past 1 year, what did you achieve? What you are happy about? What you are most grateful about? Always start from there and don't neglect it. Then think about what needs to be improved, what would you like to focus on in the future, and work on that later on. New moon in 12th house is also great for spiritual practices, for healing, and just taking more time for yourself, for your inner self especially. On the 23rd of January, the Sun in 12th house is also squaring Uranus in 3rd house. This is a situation that can bring surprises or unexpected, unpredictable things, possible stress in communication when it comes to negotiations or all kinds of plans. You also have to prepare for surprises and new things that might be popping up out of the blue. Extra attention while traveling or driving a car. Definitely check if the planets are having major aspects with your own planets, especially Uranus. And also allow yourself to think differently. This is an aspect which can help you to think outside of the box, have some very exciting, very untraditional ideas. Probably not all of them will be that realistic, but even if one of them turns out to be a good one, it's worth it. So allow yourself to think from a different perspective. At the same time, on this very day, Venus in your first house will have a positive aspect with Jupiter in 11th house. Great aspect for love, for new opportunities, for just feeling better about yourself, achieving some kind of success, or receiving some gifts or support from other people. Your friends might surprise you, or you might be able to focus on a future vision that's important and also making you feel nice about it. So the aspect can be good for almost anything, from achievements in social areas like future vision projects or community projects, to relationship stuff, new dates, to your appearance, how you look, all of that can be improved and can make you feel better. Then on the 24th of January, you have a new moon in your 12th house. It triggers the 12th house areas, which we already mentioned. Reflection, letting go of things that are no longer needed in your life, setting up for yourself for the future and the things that you want to achieve, then spiritual practices, paying close attention to your inner needs, and also healing on a deeper emotional level. This new moon may really allow you to do it. Then on the 25th, another positive aspect, Mars in your 10th house is having a sextile with Mercury in 12th. Aspect which can make you very active and productive at your work, in your business, having some new ideas. You may also notice that your mind is working much faster and you have brand new ideas. It's important also to take action and do something about them. New connections at work, new projects, or also opportunity to plan something new related to your business. And on the 26th, Mars in 10th house is having a square with Venus in 1st house. There could be some kind of frustration or something that you need to work harder for. For example, very strong desire, something you really want to do, probably business related. And this really requires harder work and more efforts. There is a chance for also confrontations, lack of harmony, more kind of, being over emotional or exaggerating a little bit things. So try not to do it. Try not to confront people. Don't be impatient, but work harder for your desires. That's kind of the best you can do. And on the 27th of January, there is an incredible, romantic, very nice combination between Venus and Neptune in your 1st house. Venus and Neptune are both extremely strong in Pisces. Neptune is the ruler, Venus is in exaltation, and the two planets can really bring you lots of creativity, emotions, better connection with others, inspiration. And if you work in the art industry or you are a more creative person or fashion industry as well, the aspect can make you more inspired and even more productive. For falling in love, this aspect can also be very intense, but just keep in your mind that it's not always realistic. You're not always capable of seeing things clearly. You might be wearing your pink glasses, or it may all look incredibly right now, but later on may turn out to be a little different. So just a little bit more practical attention if possible. And then the last aspect for the month, Mars in your 10th house will square Neptune in 1st house. Aspect which can create some kind of tension, unpredictable situations, and also lack of focus. You may feel confused about what you should do, or something at work may not be working according to your plans. There might be some mistakes or potential lies or some secrets at work. So be extra careful about what you do personally, your own plans and goals, and also your business. Those are the main things that might be complicated around this day. So try avoiding the really important decisions and give yourself some time and space to relax and to recharge. And that, my friends, was our forecast for January 2020. Don't forget to get your free gifts, the calendar, and the enrollment for Eclipses Journey 2020. It will be an amazing program. We begin on the 1st of January, and we will change our subconscious minds and reprogram them for success. So I really hope I see you on the inside. Take care, and till next time.